Welcome, friends. Let's do another hot top 10 countdown. So, this is your new books for August 22nd. It's me, B-rad, and I'm going to count them down for you. Now, I don't do any spoilers, but if it's on the cover, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you the 5 most pulled comics at your local comic book stores. And then I'm going to give you my 5 recommendations of the week, which are probably not your most pulled comic books at your local comic book store. So anyway, without further ado, let's hit the 5th most pulled book of the week. Yeah, there it is. Superman number 31. And this, of course, is a DCKO tie-in event. Yeah, it says the beating heart of apocalypse. Yeah. So, hey, Superman movie's kicking butt. People are digging Superman. He's out there. This is not even an absolute title, and it's in our top 5. So, rock and roll. All right. On to number 4. Here comes your 4th most pulled book of the week. Ultimates. Number 17. That's right. So yeah, I was surprised to see this up here, but it's kind of a light week, so yeah, it does make sense the more I think about it. We can see this one's dealing with, the Fantastic Four. It's I don't want to give anything away, so you know what's going on. Ultimates, Fantastic Four. Let's see what happens. It's your 4th most pulled book of the week. All right, on to number 3. Detective Comics 1102. This is part 2, The Courage That Kills. So yeah, this is pretty cool to see Detective Comics up here as your 3rd most pulled book of the week. That's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but you can kind of see who's on the cover there and what's going on. So yeah, Mr. Terrific and all his goodness is going on there. Tom Taylor's writing this bad boy, and you're digging it. So yeah, keep Detective Comics rolling. Issue number 1102. All right, on to our 2nd most pulled book of the week. Absolute Wonder Woman. And we know when absolute titles, we know where they're going to be. They're always going to be up there in the top. So yeah, Absolute Wonder Woman. This is issue number 13. There were some really cool variant covers for this issue. So yeah, if you want to check it out. I can't really tell much about for the cover, so I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, you know what's going on, Absolute. You've probably got it in your pull box already. What am I even saying? So yeah, Absolute Wonder Woman number 13. Boom. All right. I think you guys know what number 1 is. But these new pull books for October 22nd. Here is your hottest book of the week. Your number 1. Ultimate Spider-Man. Swinging in. We can see the Green Goblin on the cover. So yeah, you know, we're getting close to wrapping this up. I think people are getting mad. But yeah, there's no surprise. Ultimate Spider-Man here is your number 1 pulled book of the week. I mean, yeah, it's killer. It's good. Everybody loves it. Hickman's doing, some people say his best work. I don't know. You decide that on your own. But yeah, he's got a blockbuster on his hands for sure. All right, that wraps up your top 5 comics for October 22nd. Check them out at your local comic book store. I'm going to give you my 5 recommendations of the week. All right, we're going to start with something a little different, but here's my 5th recommendation of the week. Action Comics number 252. You're like, Brad, what are you doing with a facsimile? Well, I'm going to tell you, because you can get... Me and you probably can't go out and buy issue number 252 because it's the first appearance of Supergirl, right? So here's your chance to own it. And if you want to even spice that up, there is a foil edition. That's right, 252, first appearance of Supergirl, and you can get it in foil. So yeah, it's kind of like getting a piece of history right here. the facsimile edition of 252. Yeah, it looks like I've got the foil one there on the cover. It says $6.99, so I think all the other ones will be cheaper than that. Yeah, it's always cool to pick these things up. And yeah, like I said, me and you probably aren't going to go pick the real copy up or get a reader copy of the real copy if we do get one. Maybe it may be a better way to put it. All right, my fourth recommendation of the week. Yep, Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. So it's still cool. It's still good. It's been some of Palmiotti's, just fresh. The story rolls. It's, some stories I feel like there's filler issues. This one's just solid. Every issue's been solid, and it's good. And yes, it's got a little Western spawn is the best way to put it. So yeah, that is my fourth recommendation of the week. All right, let's get it. Let's get number 3. What? The Terminator metal? All right, so this is a little bit of nostalgia, no doubt. And when you read the plot, which it kind of even sounds like Terminator 2, a reprogrammed Terminator goes back to defend a human or takes care of a human, however you want to put it. But yeah, it almost reads like Terminator 2. And what's crazy is there's a ton of variant covers. It's number 1, but there's also a blind bag. However, there must be some very strong Terminator fans because the blind bag is $15. So yeah, step up if you're stepping up. $15 gambling there. So yeah, get into it. Everybody's got their blind bags. Is Terminator gonna get left out? No. So $15 blind bag, check out, or just check out the new story. Because like I said, there's a ton of nostalgia here. Because it's like, Terminator this, maybe Terminator that. But yeah, it felt refreshing to read. All right, my second recommendation of the week. Skinbreaker number 2. Yeah, whoa. David Finch, man, and the artwork into this is incredible. He does such a good job with the artwork. And we know Robert Kirkman's stories appeal to everybody. So yeah, it's doing its thing and talking to a lot of people, and it's so beautiful. So yeah, if you haven't got Skinbreaker or checked out the first issue, get on board now and see what you think about it, if it's something that you like. We know Kirkman and Finch together is a blockbuster team. All right, counting down. The number 1 is it. Moonblade number 1, like I always slip in, right? No, for real. My first recommendation of the week for October 22nd is Savage Sword of Conan Reforged. Yes, sir. And this particular cover is a beautiful Boris Vallejo cover that they've brought back, and I love it. So this is adding, color and things to the original Savage Sword of Conan magazine and republishing it. And it's cool to see it in color is the best way to put it. Real, remastered, digitized, whatever you want to say. But yeah, it's coming back out. It's affordable. Check it out. It's magazine size. It'll be cool. But yeah, this Boris Vallejo cover was like, boom, I'm all in. All right, I hope you get out to your local comic book store. I hope you enjoy comic books on Wednesday. See what new books you're picking up. What are you getting? Did you get something I didn't talk about here in my top 10? If so, let me know. Put it down there in the comments. Where can you find Brad Molson? You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, resolutebliss.com, Resolute Bliss Publishing on Facebook and Instagram. But yeah, leave it here on YouTube. Drop me a comment and say, no, Brad, you missed this issue. No, Brad, I really like this issue. Tell me what's going on, and I appreciate it. And I will be back next week to talk about new comics with you, and we will see you then.